There are multiple forms of how you can present. And these days there are some really interesting forms that I want to tell you today. And I want to tell you today about three forms. First of all, the elevator pitch. Second of all, pachaka, which sounds a bit weird but is a really nice way of presenting. And the third is the 20-minute TED Talk. I'll come back to that later. First of all, the elevator pitch. Well, there is a story about someone who went into an elevator and he came standing next to the CEO of the company. And he didn't know that it was the CEO, and he just told him a story about himself. And when they came to the 20th floor, they stepped out of the elevator and the CEO gave him a hand and said, "I'm actually the CEO and I want to talk to you further about it." And this guy ended up working for the company. So the elevator pitch is telling your idea, your story, or something about yourself in a short amount of time. Normally it's 1 minute. And we do that, for example, at business meetings when you have to sell your idea. The problem is, many people put way too much information in that 1 minute. And my advice to you is, if you ever have to give a pitch, just focus on 1 or 2 core messages. And if you have to sell something, always think about what would the customer want. So think like your customer. What problem are you solving? Tell them that and your pitch will be quite successful, I guess. The second form of presenting is pachakucha or pachaka. It's a Japanese form in which you have 20 images that are shown for 20 seconds. And this makes your story very visual, and you can tell your story next to those images. And it's a really fun way to experiment with this, because you don't have any bullet points left or whatsoever. The visuals give information, give a feeling to the audience, and you can just tell your story in a really visual way. It's a lot of fun to do. Well, the third way is really popular the last couple of years. We see events popping up all over the globe that are called TED or TEDx. And TED is made for ideas worth spreading, that's what they say. And a TED Talk is 20 minutes only, and it's sharp on time. So you have 20 minutes to tell your story to an audience. And because it gets taped, it gets recorded on video, we can see all these great ideas back on the website. I put the address over here. So whenever you want to get inspired on what kind of subject whatsoever, just check their website and see what presentations there are on that subject. I think you will find it quite amusing to see those presentations. Well, those three forms are really great to experiment with. And if you ever have to do a TED Talk, an elevator pitch, or you just want to experiment and do pachaka, you will see that it asks different things of you as a presenter. Good luck.